Hey, yo! Aight. What's a gun? Bonjour, famille. Bum Jonas here, representing for the commission, y'all. I want to welcome you back to another episode of a segment we like to call Blunt Talk. Now, I'm going to do my part, but as always, need you to do your part. Tell a friend to tell a friend, all right? Let them know that we about to chop in, we about to tap in, we about to talk blunt talk, all right? Let me do my part. Holler at these motherfuckers, let them know. Marlo forever, what's up, my boy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Always hustling, always rocking. One of the biggest thrivers in all of KC, man. So look, the way Blunt Talk works, and first of all, it's open forum. So if you want to chime in, tap the fuck in, send me a live request or whatever, and you can chime in. Whatever you got to say, let's talk about it. The way Blunt Talk works is this is my time to really just get a blunt going. And I take the current events, commercial events, cultural events, and just overall hip hop things, and I talk about them from my perspective. Now, generally, it doesn't represent the expressions or feelings of the commission. But I am the commission, so sometimes I'm in vain, sometimes I'm not. What up, what up, what up? I see my bro Chateau. What up, man? The golden boy. What's happening, man? Look. I just feel like dropping a beat. Now look, we having fun today, man. We gonna get down. Let me get this motherfucker lit up. Welcome to Blunt Talk. Now make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, there's my other commission brother, man, Say. What the fuck? Let's go. So, and hey, if y'all want to join in, man, please tap in with me. Let me know what's cracking. I got a couple different things today. It's kind of a heavy list. As usual, I don't talk too light, man. I try not to talk too light. I lead a light shit for, some of these other publications. I want to talk about the things that matter from a hip hop perspective, right? I'm not going to browbeat y'all, but these are my thoughts, man. Salute, salute, salute. I see Chop in the building. John Boy Now, what's happening, man? What the fuck is up, man? Welcome to Blunt Talk, y'all. You see the commission gear in the motherfucking setup. You know what I'm talking about? So look, all right, let me jump in this motherfucker. I would normally save this as a rant until the end, but I'm actually gonna jump in right now on this. Come on now, what's up? But I've talked about this before. Hey, yo, what's up, man? What's good, son?
What's good? What's good? I'm at the plantation.
Hey, you know what? It's perfect timing. My man Chop is one of the super Geminis of the commission, and he's here on motherfucking Bun B's birthday, March 19th. We near the end of Pisces seasons because Pisces do it the best. Pisces do it the best.
Salute to all the Pisces.
Now, what's good with you, God? How you been, man? Freestyle Friday's been going well. I know you've been doing reviews. How we feeling, man? What's up?
Everything good, man. Everything good, man. I see you live, so I gotta tap in. I'm at the plantation, but my brother always got good content. You know what I mean? Good topics, so I'm tapping in, man. Like,
I appreciate it,
what we
man.
talking
Look,
about? What we talking
all right, so
about?
I got a bunch of shit this week, but the first thing I want to start off with, and this is my rant. I'm gonna start my rant now. Usually save it to the end, but if you guys have noticed, there's a lot of different protests that are going on around the world. There's a lot of different things that are happening in the world right now. It doesn't matter if you agree or not. I know you can see it. What's important to me right now that I say that we here's the number one thing. When it comes to hip hop, when it comes to this culture and the power that we have, we've been ignoring our potential for a long time. And now, if there was any time to say something, now's the time to say it. And the reason I say that is this. Sales are down. Hip hop isn't looked at as the go-to culture for a lot of different things in some ways, but it's still used to push the message. When it comes to all the things that are out there, the first thing you see from hip hop is ratchetness and violence. We have gone so far away from actually being voices of the community that if we don't do something now in this prime fucking opportunity to speak on what's happening in the world, we're gonna be looked at like a joke, even more so than we already are. And for me, this is even more important. Dr. Henrik Clark, Dr. Claude Peterson, Dr. Neely Fuller talk about the code and the program that Black people, people of color, indigenous people can use. And the code isn't much different than how hip hop should operate. But here's the most important thing to me. We as a people, doesn't matter your color, race, or creed, if you're a part of hip hop, there's already a label that's applied to it. And at the end of the day, we are the laughing stock and we're the bottom rung when it comes to the power structure. And if we don't continue, or if we don't stop this from continuing, every other demographic is going to leap over us. And I'm not talking about just Black folks or immigrants or white folks or Europeans. I'm talking about the money folks, the motherfuckers that come from the suburbs, the motherfuckers that come from their daddy owns the desk of the office that they're taking pictures in front of. If we don't get in front of this shit and actually control the message and the platform and the format of our culture, we are at such a pivotal point right now with everything that's going on. We're going to 100% lose this shit. Someone else is going to come in and make all the right statements and say all the right things, and we're going to look like fucking idiots. That's my rant. I'm just saying we got to shit or get off the fucking pot unless we want to continue to look like Sambos and relive the fucking plot from Bamboozled every fucking time. That's shit. I left my water, so I'm gonna sound scratchy today. Fuck it. But
You're absolutely right.
that I had to get that out, man. It's been bothering me for a long time. It's perfect that you're here because, again, I always pick on you. You're adult contemporary hip hop. You're always pushing a message, right? You're not just like, yo, I clap cheeks because I clap cheeks. Like there's a fucking reason, man. So I appreciate that, and we need that. We got too many. Come on, man. It's too many ice spices. It's too many sexy reds. I've had too many fucking segments where I go off about how we just allow ourselves to get played, man. It's crazy. And the other part, the other part that we're missing is that we're getting fucked on the back end. Because meanwhile, while everyone else is using hip hop to get their message out, we have to pay extra security bonds. We have to pay extra insurance. We got to pay extra venue fees. We can't even actually have a good fucking experience without bringing in law enforcement. On top of that, everything that's happening in the world, has been documented by X Clan, by Wu Tang, by Public Enemy, by Talib Kweli, by all the conscious rappers. There's a whole blueprint and format that is going on and being applied across the world that started here. Paris and Conscious Daughters was talking about this shit back in San Francisco. Black Panthers, 10 points of a program was talking about this shit. And we have always been the voice of it. Everybody fucking emulates Tupac. Emulate what the fuck he was talking about, not just the bandana. There's more to this shit. So, yeah, all right, let me get out the way. Let me chill. Got
Nah,
my,
nah,
I
nah.
had to get my,
What you talking is real because I brought that point up a while ago. I'm like, yo, it was more layers than Tupac than to the layers that everybody always emphasize on and always want to emulate, always want to like copy the thug life. The when he wilding out Death Row, it was such much more like the deep message that was the real important message. Nobody really want to copy that or zero in what he was trying to do when he was trying to bring black people together, the different gangs together. When he was going speaking to like the black preachers in the Nation of Islam, nobody that they just sweep under the rug. But when he's spitting at the camera, when he wilding, when he talking about wilding on niggas and Biggie and yeah, middle fingers up, everybody want to glorify that part of Tupac, which is crazy. But you know what that all stems from.
we pick and choose what's good to use for us. And a lot of it is based off not wanting to be accountable for our actions and the consequences of our choices. Um, I John Boy now brings up a good point. We'd have to take the money out as the motive, right? Yes and no. This is something I've talked about before. Like, how do we deal with the capitalistic nature of hip hop and still inform and support our community? Um, the only thing I can say is right now the biggest problem is the money, but it's not so much that we have money and commerce in the mix. It's that the money and the commerce is funneled through corporations. Shout out to the capo. Happy belated birthday to Back to the motherfucking lab. What's good?
Dang was good. Happy Born Day, King Born Day week. The
But
whole
look,
week celebrating.
hey, you jump in this motherfucker too, man. It's your born day. You please hop in this bitch. Or it's your born week, man. Pisces power in this bitch. But the one thing I can say is that as much as we love the 90s was the era where we got sold out. All of our greats, all of the people that we love. There's a lot of Nas says this every time. I think back to a clip he said or a quote where he was like, all of our OGs and hustlers sold us out for the money and didn't keep the integrity. There was a lot of things that happened at that point. And hey, what's happening?
Salute to the gods.
Salute.
Peace, man. How you, man? How you feeling?
Well, I'm good, brother.
He still got that birthday glow. He still got that birthday glow.
Well, we're
He's
going to
still
see
glowing.
Scarface. We're gonna be at the Scarface concert tonight, so yeah, I am glowing, man.
Woo.
You know what I mean? The Tiny Desk Experience. After the Tiny Desk Experience, something like that it's called. But yeah, it's going down, fam. Yo,
All right,
shout out to
so
Grizz, man. I see Grizz tapping in. Shout out to Grizz, a big producer down here.
should we say Ramadan Mubarak? Is that how it goes?
Ramadan Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Yeah,
Ramadan
yeah,
Mubarak. Okay.
yeah. Ramadan.
Salute, man. Peace
Yeah,
and
yeah.
blessings, fam.
Dog, yeah.
Um, so this is what we was talking. I was going on a rant. I got a bunch of different topics, but I want to get this rant out the way because I feel like we are at a pivotal point in the culture in the entire world where there's a lot of things going on and a lot of things are being said. And I feel like most of the culture and community of hip hop is missing out on the opportunity to take a stand. Um, and one of the things that somebody mentioned was we should take the money out as a motive when it comes to the culture. And I don't necessarily disagree. My problem with that, so here's at the end of the day, those that really make it end up doing it regardless of the money. A lot of money gets thrown at them, but it's the passion and the love for doing something and finding that fulfillment that gets them to the money. We can't get around the fact that this is a commercial enterprise, one way or the other. But there has been commercial processes and formats well before capitalism. Our ancient ancestors in Kemet or Africa, wherever, there was commerce before that. So that doesn't mean that we have to remove the money element. What we do need to do is add the moral element. We don't
Mm.
have any morality in our system. We actually spend more of our time writing bars to say that we don't give a fuck than to exude how much we do give a fuck. And it's not so much removing the money motive, but stop being motivated solely for money. If we adjust,
That's when you find yourself doing something strange for a piece of change. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm talking about, and there it is, right?
Because a lot of people know that if they did come with something positive or something uplifting, you know, they're not gonna see the results that they want to see. You know, so what they want to do is they want to come with the most ridiculous, trashiest stuff to make people talk. But even if you did it positively, it only take one person that can change your whole life. You know.
If we making people talk, then why are we using the most wild? I get it. You say some outlandish shit, you go viral, you start the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What conversation are we starting? And then who moderates the conversation after? Like you just say, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers make my ass itch, and then that becomes a fucking conversation. But you don't explain what ass itching means or why they make your ass itch or what. You know what I mean? Like we just out here now. Now that's the new buzzword, ass itch. Like it doesn't make sense to me. And because we do this so much, hip hop is seen at this point we're a bunch of fucking parrots. You can create a chant and a phrase and a concept and throw it out there, and all of a sudden it's hand on your knees. Let the pussy breathe. Is what we doing. Now you empowering pregnant women to get ratchet? That don't make no fucking sense. That's
Right.
And that is 100% money
Yeah.
motivated. It's not motivated on morality. That's not really telling women how to be better women, how to be more supportive women, how to really handle your business. You know what I'm saying? All
Facts.
right, so with that, actually, I got a quick tangent. I'm gonna jump to another topic and then go back. But what I what what I don't like is when people say, "Yo, here's a problem," and then they don't give a solution or an alternative. Right? Nobody wants a fucking whiny situation unless they 49er fans, right? Yeah, Chiefs won. Fuck y'all.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's shots.
Wow.
Had to get you. But and Chop, this is gonna come hit home for you, right? Recently in Brooklyn, the first black woman-owned weed dispensary was opened up, which was fucking. That's you know what I'm saying. That's fucking. That's bomb. That's dope as fuck, right? Why are
Yes.
we not talking about that? Why are we not? Why are there no rhymes or verses or pushes about that? As closely aligned as hip hop is to cannabis, I mean, we got top 10 MCs. I bet you if you take any one person's top 10 MC out of this chat, 5 of those 10 probably have a weed strain. So why is hip hop not pushing or promoting that we now have black owned or hip hop related businesses and we got women pushing this? Like again, that's my point is we have the opportunity and the power to push progress and protest, and we're passing it up just to get some fucking profit. It's shameful. It's just fucking shameful. All right.
We as a hip hop community, a lot of times as a hip hop community, we gotta wait till somebody else co-signs, or we gotta wait to a bigger name. Like if she ain't a big enough name, or she ain't related to somebody, or if she ain't going through a certain label or machine, it's like, all right, we see it, but we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Until enough people, enough news, enough, I guess, enough attention comes, then you're gonna see somebody, oh, let me back her, let me stand by her, one of these big celebrities, and they're gonna most of the time they doing it just to profit anyway, but they could have been doing it. Like they probably know about it. Same way you see my son out here doing a bunch of good work out here, talking a bunch of positive shit. My son is on the front line out here in New York. Why nobody from New York, the big artists or anybody from New York backing him? Why nobody backing him? Why nobody standing by my son? What he doing? But if he was talking some reckless shit and something dealing with the label, then they be backing him. And I don't want to name names, but I can name a lot of names out here in the city and beyond the city. It's other people that see what my song doing in hip hop, but why nobody really backing my song? And what he's doing is crazy positive.
Meanwhile,
But
Joe Budden is over here talking to Candace Owens. Tell me how that makes fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Jay
we
Z
giving
doing
up our
interviews
power.
with Gail King and everything. Why you ain't backing my song? Know what I mean? Why you ain't what he's doing is so powerful. Like what he's doing for real. Even if you don't, some people are my song gets on my nerves, my song's irritating, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, the message is what he's getting across is very positive, is very good. He comes from hip hop. He been locked up. He been through the system. He changed his whole life. But you don't see nobody standing next to the king. Nobody.
Hey,
Nobody big, I should
my
say.
son,
No
I
big
tell you
names.
straight up, man, I can't speak for the whole commission, but we rock with it.
Yeah.
And goddamn it. Bump Jones, we'll stand with you, man.
That's
Like
Fact.
definite. That's
consistently.
definite. But you know, man, a lot of people feel like when they back or when they support, and I don't want to call my son a radical or nothing like that, but like he's intense with his message, you know what I'm saying? And some people with a big name, they don't want to back that man because they're afraid they might step on some toes that's attached to a person that they get a bag from.
Yeah,
You know?
it's that money motivation.
Yeah,
Yep.
it all goes back to the money, man. Like they don't wanna ruffle no feathers, man. And you know, sometimes, bro, like we was talking yesterday, man. I'm gonna make it relate a little bit. It's dirty money. You know what I'm saying? So you may not be selling dope or robbing to get it, but the energy behind where that money came from, it's almost like it taints the money. So you can't do nothing good with it you can do something good with it, but like I think it's still something there, even when it comes from a bad business deal, or when it comes from something negative. It's like the money ain't got no good it's like no good spirit on it, you know. And what I'm trying to say basically is, um, these cats be thinking that it's, you know, the money, man. But I feel like you can get it, and you can try to make good with what you do with it, but it's still a price to pay because of how you got it. I know I probably bumped a lot just to get to that. I said bump, no pun intended. but like I'm saying, I think it's still something attached to it, even though you try to take it and justify it by saying, but I'm feeding my family, but I
Mm-hmm.
put my grandma in a house. But it's still a price to pay when you get it in an ill way. You know what I'm saying? Like all the bread that I made when I was hustling, bro, nothing to show for it. Nothing at all. Nothing to show for it. But as soon as I, kick the dope game to the side and start, working a 9 to 5 for it and grinding for it, now I have something to show for it. But I'm not seeing that same amount of money no more. But I made much more happen with a lot less because it came from a positive stream. You know what I'm saying? So
And then
if these cats only knew that they can still make dope things happen without having to sell themselves for that bag, you might get half of that bag, but half of that bag might take you further than the whole bag getting it from some negative outlet. You know what I mean?
your your situation or example or your story to me is a perfect example of what we can do as a whole. Okay, there's a bag out there, fine. You go out and you chase that bag. You get the bigger bag, but you lose it that quick. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a step back, center yourself, focus on what's around you and what's available right now. Because look at what you're doing with the commission, Be Social that you just did with Fifth Ward
Man, but
Boys. You're doing
you right.
um, shameless plug. You went on a regional tour and connected with all the commission folks and linked up and sold shit here in KC on a local level. Is it a big bag? No, but that small bag is baby steps to build a fucking brick.
Yes.
And if we take that as the perfect example and pull it back, all right, we don't need UMG. We don't need Sony, and we don't need ASCAP and BMI. We come back in and do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And do I get $100 every fucking time? No, I'm going down to 25, but I can now, this works without
Mm-hmm.
them. That's way more money in my pot. There's more, not just money, it's more of
Worth.
everything. There's a thing in business and inventory called opportunity cost. And if the
Mm-hmm.
only way that you can get that production and that revenue, if the only way to get that is required for you to go through that corporate process, well, then you've lost all of the opportunity costs for yourself. If you
Facts.
cut that out, which we all know from watching gangster movies, you cut out the middleman. You cut out the middleman, all of a sudden we've got more opportunity, right? And so you have more opportunity available to you by doing it on a smaller scale that you can control, that you can affect your people, that you get more engagement from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like back to the lab doing his thing on his own terms without chasing a bigger bag. It's got 30K people
Mm-hmm.
following. It's got checks coming from Facebook. It's got Rock the Bells talking to him. It's got a YouTube. So tell me that can't be done
Exactly.
across the board for hip hop.
Yeah, man.
No.
We just have to be bold enough to do it, man. Like it's always that brave heart, man. That's just gonna say, you know, man, let's get it this way. It's always that one person out there that's gonna go out on a limb. You know what I'm saying? And the dope thing about the commission is, like, I feel like when it comes to quality, like we all cut from a certain cloth, man, of quality. And we not out here just blind chasing different things, man. Like everybody's a stand-up person in our family. Whether they're married, parenting, however, man, like people are so awesome in their own way, and without having to be so negative and be seen in a certain light. You know what I'm saying? And I think that has more longevity attached to it than the quick bag, the quick dollar. Because in a couple of days, somebody gonna try to be more raunchier than you. Somebody gonna try to be more I don't give a fuckish than you, and gonna blow you out the water. You know, because now it's all about this dude who really showed his ass, or it's about this chick who really cut up on stage. And now
Literally.
you old news. You old news. But then it's a certain time that everything come back to quality. Just like last summer, we were talking about how old school was selling out more than the new. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a time for things to come back around to the positive, or to come back around to something with some
Quality,
substance.
real
Yeah,
quality.
exactly, bro. The little fake you know shock shock value shit, that should be popping for a little while, man. But people gonna want some wholesomeness after a while, and they gonna come back. But then they'll probably shake us again and go back to following dumb stuff. But we still got to stand our course and let them come back, bro. You
It is.
know, it is what
It is.
yeah,
We're gonna stand on business.
for real, for
Send that
real.
shit back.
Like how
So,
many times? How many real? I'm sorry, real quick, but how many times have you said, "Now I'm tired of fast food. Now I'm tired of fast food. I want a meal today." That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen because a lot of this music and a lot of the way people moving right now, they moving like fast food restaurants, man. They popping up everywhere. They serving you quick. It don't hold you. You know, it make you sick. That was a bar. Damn. They popping up everywhere. They feeding you quick.
fast food
Shit don't
rap.
stick.
The
That's what this
Making
shit
microwave.
you
is.
sick. Yeah. So I'm
Microwavable rap.
yeah. So
That ass always said that.
it comes to a time
Temporary.
where they go, I want a home cooked meal today. I don't want Raising Cane's. I don't want Popeyes today. I don't want McDonald's. I want a home cooked meal today, man. And
Some real
I
soul
figured
food.
I feel like people do the same thing with a lot of different things in this world and in this culture. You got your quick fast food, and then you got your 5-star shit. You got your Lils and your Youngs, and then you got your OGs that's gonna give you the fire. So
You got the
we just
stops and
gotta
the days.
stand on business until they come back around, man. But as far as like building, I mean, it's part of that is still a responsibility of ours to make sure that we doing what we can, that we doing what we can where we at, and regardless of everybody else on the boat or not. But we still got to take care of our business and stand on business, fam, until they come back around.
All right,
Yeah.
now speaking of business, I want to switch real quick.
Okay.
The two things. Two things. I want to see how these work together because I find it interesting. Couple of times we talked about sales not hitting. We talked about streams.
Mm-hmm.
UMG, which we're gonna get to them, pulled all of the music from TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and now recently, along with the TikTok ban, Congress has introduced forcing the corporations to now pay 1 cent per stream to the artist. So I want to get y'all's thoughts on that. Like, you guys are active MCs. You guys got material out there. Streaming means something to y'all. Does that 1 cent?
Well,
What does that 1 cent mean?
for me and Rich, it would be whack. It would be whack, man, because we put a lot of heart into our music, our art, and Rich been doing projects longer. Well, official projects that's been put out. He been doing that longer than me, so I know he want to get the proper you know payout. But when it comes to these artists that's big and they getting millions of streams on all these different platforms, it add up and it look good for them.
Mm,
But it don't do the same for us. And plus they got other things going on, bro. They got merch, they doing shows. So when somebody say, oh, here's the extra 1.5 million from some streams that you got on Spotify, Tidal, and all that good stuff. They like, oh, okay, cool. That's more for the pot.
Right.
But with me and Rich, all we looking for is that. Like we ain't got it popping like that. We ain't doing big shows, selling out arenas, and to where the streaming money is just a little icing on the cake. We looking at the streaming like, nigga, that's the whole plate. That's the table. We need all of that. So it's different for artists like Rich and like a Twan Mac or something like that, because it ain't in such a big number to where that penny for a stream will add up and it'll look decent to them. But that penny for a New York to Texas connection, that penny per stream for us is gonna hit different for us.
Mm.
But a nigga like Drake, he getting so many streams that penny gonna add up to 17 million and he cool. But me and Rich, but like I don't know about Rich. I don't know if his cut was bigger than mine. I'm gonna be looking like like George and what was the boy's name on Blow? Derek Farid. No, he was like, man, what was your cut? Looking over there at his checkbook. He like hiding his checkbook. So I'm gonna say this. So when DistroKid shot us our first 3 month payout, whatever, I was like, okay, it was kind of funny, but I was like, okay, yeah, I see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that it's possible to get some money, and I'm like, well, damn, but how do we get the money to where it's beneficial for us, and it's not like, oh wow, look at this nice little cute check. Okay, nice.
Go buy some socks.
Yeah, I'll buy a pack of ketchup with this, But yeah, I buy extra pack of ketchup to go with my fries. But yeah, man.
So,
But to the big artists, it hit different for them because they getting millions upon millions upon millions of streams.
That's
And
why
it
I
works.
like to give a salute to Kanye. Now, I mean, I don't agree with everything with him, but he's definitely going hard because he don't have to, like, he did the interview I just watched yesterday with Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he said that his goal is to change the whole contract thing. Like, contracts shouldn't be, like, difficult to understand. It should be simplified
Yeah.
contracts where the artist can get more money. Like, he don't have to be doing this, like how Dame just said. Like, them dudes, it ain't nothing to them. They getting money in so many other ways. Like, this is just little extra throwaway money, strip club money.
Mm-hmm.
But Kanye's treating it like he's a new artist almost. He going hard for like against the streaming, against them not paying whatever. So and he's showing them that you could do it. Like even though he's a big artist, of course it's kind of easier for him, but still he did it independent.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said Drake, Babs Bunny. He said they got the same package basically. Niggas ain't hitting $1 billion. They got the same package and they keeping them like that. Kanye's showing everybody, which is scary because when Michael and Prince started talking that shit and started spreading it throughout the industry and bringing others along, you see what happened to them. And I'm not wishing this on Kanye, but I keep telling y'all gonna hear it. Breaking news: Kanye's suicide, Kanye ODs on drugs, or Kanye has a bad car crash that they set up, whatever, to make it look like an accident. Believe me, the shit he's talking is dangerous. And he said that in the interview. He said, I'm surprised I'm still alive. He said he's
wow.
getting crazy death threats and everything. Because that shit is, people think it's like, nah, it ain't that serious. He's just conspiracy theorist. Nah, son. And Kanye said, if that's the case, y'all seeing him do shit in front of y'all eyes, freeze my bank account, try to take shit
Hello?
off of streaming. Go ahead.
Hold up. I want you to keep going, but I want to just for a quick second. I want to point out one shout out to Homestead Slim.
Slim in the
What
building.
you were saying is a great segue, and then Chop brought Kanye up because that's actually the part I wanted to tie into this was Kanye's move, his maneuvers, his use of the Super Bowl, and then said, "Fuck it, I'm taking this shit. It's not even going to the DSPs. It's going direct to consumer, right?"
Right.
One thing I want to it's interesting, right? Um, People are saying to Chop's point, like, nah, it's not that deep. Motherfuckers wouldn't do that. Da 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 da. Instagram, please don't flag me. But if you guys look in the news, Boeing, amongst other companies, have been known to disappear or unalive people that have very, very well evidenced critique of a commercial business. So from our business sense, the US is not above allowing a motherfucker to be disappeared or unalive. Do you think something that is as, I want to say, crucial and high revenue producing like the music industry, like hip hop, do you think they wouldn't do what they need to do to protect their motherfucking assets and profits?
Hell yeah, it's $1 billion. Imagine, just imagine, Bump. Just imagine if Kanye, Drake, Wayne, Dr. Dre, um, Kendrick. Just imagine, just name all these big motherfuckers. If they just be like Rihanna, she's not hip hop, but she's music. Let's just say Beyonce, if they all start pulling back, be like, you know what? We going independent. You know how much billions and billions and how much companies and shit will fold and crumble? They will never ever allow that. They will offer motherfucker. Michael Jackson was the most powerful artist probably of all time, all genres. Michael Jackson, right? When he started talking that shit, it started spreading the news. Prince too. Prince started talking that shit like y'all don't have to do this. Own your own master. Yo, like I'm not one of them conspiracy theorists do like everything conspiracy theory, but them niggas, son, yo, I watched stuff. I looked at stuff like Mike had to go. They wasn't going for that. They like, yo, like Mike, you already took the Beatles catalog. You already, at the end of the day, the nigga was doing too much. Know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, Mike, the doctor that killed Mike, right? Big as Mike was, you would think niggas would have his head. You would still hear about that doctor. He did a little bit of years, got off. You don't hear nothing about him. You don't see him in no
Hey,
interviews. You don't see people going at him. What happened to that
did you
doctor?
did you guys know that the security guy that was involved with Michael Jackson also was connected to Diddy?
Yeah, yeah,
I heard about that. I heard about that.
yeah.
They
That
said
was
the
that.
drug that killed Prince was some off the street shit. Like I was watching this shit. They said Prince had access to the painkillers and everything, whatever he was taking. But they said the drug that actually killed him was some like generic off the street brand that you would cop, whatever like that. So how did that slip into his regular? Like the shit is deeper than what y'all think because at the end of the day, Mike was talking a lot of shit. They said Mike got threats against Tommy Mottola, all them big Sony, like whatever, like that shit Kanye talking. And he said like he getting wild threats. Yo, it's real. Because if they pull back, the industry as we know it is finished. And think about it. They said, I remember I heard before a long time ago, keep it real short. A long time ago, I heard they tried to do this. Like a lot of the big black artists tried to form like they I forgot who was talking about this one time on the radio. They was like from like Diddy to all of them. They got together and was like, yo, we millionaires or damn near billionaires at the time. Let's form our own shit. Let's do our own thing. We don't have to go through no major. They said shit got real. They said just shit got real. They didn't go into debt, but
Right.
like that's not happening. People gonna die before that happens. That's a fact.
You
See,
sure? You sure that was that? I think that was that Rap a Lot, Death Row, and Murder Inc. thing, wasn't it?
It probably was.
that probably was.
They was thinking
They was
about
trying to
forming.
link up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was trying to link and build a conglomerate, man, to where they can cut out certain majors and stuff like that.
They was like,
It,
nah, we ain't gonna let that
And and,
pop.
and
that,
so
So
they started
that's
they started bringing up all these cases on the Gottis, and they started bringing up cases on Jay Prince, and then we all see what happened to Suge Knight. I mean, it was like yeah, you look at it, yeah, it's kind of like when you stand up and you speak for something, bro, like they don't want to see that happen, dog. They'll
now
smash your shit.
let's add let's add this to the mix though, right? Let's add this to the mix. It's another topic, but I wanted to blend these all together. Um, UMG, who we already referenced as a group, a company that pulled all of their music from TikTok.
Hmm.
And it's interesting that this happens literally a couple months before TikTok runs into the ban problems, right? Now UMG has laid off hundreds, almost thousands of their employees, major layoffs and restructuring. This is after the pull. What that tells me is that there's some shit going on in the industry. And it also adds back to both of y'all's point though, right? Somebody's fucking scared. Money is coming off of the table that ain't supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? When the plug is starting to lose money, it's a problem.
Oh yeah.
And this is what we're looking at right now. These different things are all coming together at a time when it's it's such a pivotal fucking time. So I just think it's so interesting right now that we got to pay attention to what's happening, and we can't get blinded by the fact of who's popping and da-da-da, none of that, man. There's some games being played and there's
Yeah.
money on the table and motherfuckers is fighting. There's geopolitics happening in our music industry right now.
Yo,
Most of
bum.
these labels are just like they really middlemen, bro. Because when you think of the artist is the creator, and the creator is trying to get their art to the people. A label is a middleman. You know what I'm saying? And when has the middleman ever made more than the creator? When you look at the dope game and stuff like that, bro, the man in the middle that's just taking it from this hand and putting it in this hand, he just gets a percentage. He ain't the one that's living high on the hill. And bro, it don't add up, So that's why I agree with what Kanye was saying, man, because as creators and as artists and everything, bro, nobody else should be getting more than we're getting as the creator of this shit. And just because you're the label and you're saying, oh, well, if it wasn't for, us, paying to get you in the studio with Primo, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, put me in the studio with Tall Genius then. And let me just get it like that. And let me just serve the people straight hand to hand from me to them. And I don't have to go through y'all. I don't need Primo right now if I can't go and pay Primo and then I get the product back from him after we do our collab, and then I go and serve it to the people. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it because the minute you involve a big label, they get more than they get a bigger chunk than you, and it just don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense for them to
The
get.
artists get the scraps. The artists get peanuts. The only thing a major could do that maybe a independent artist can't do, or the only thing, and it's kind of big, but it's not worth the artist what they're gonna suffer at the end of the day financially. It's not worth it. But the only thing a major could do is get you more places, put you out more, promote you harder. Even though we got the internet, we got social media, but a major could just do it more because they got more access to different whatever platforms
They
over here
own
in Russia.
the
Like
networks. They own the community. They own the
exactly they're on the network.
contacts.
But at the end of the day, that's what Kanye brought up too, and this is what we've been saying in conversations we had in the past. But Kanye brought this up in the interview with Big Boy. Basically, the major. So what at the end of the day, what do you want? Which most artists want? You want to be super famous or you want to get paid? They're gonna make you super famous. They're gonna put your face out there, but guess what's gonna suffer? Financially, you're gonna suffer. And that to me, that's what really matters when it comes to your art. Because that's what feeds your kids later on. That's what
Yeah,
feeds the generations going. If you famous, you can be famous all you want, but if you ain't got it, then they decide to drop you. Guess what? That fame is gonna go quick, and you ain't got no money to back you up to do
that's right.
anything.
That's right.
So that's all a major could do. That's why I'll stay independent. Besides the facts, I don't want to rub elbows with half of them weirdos over there. Know what I mean?
Got
Like
that right.
they jerking you for the money and then they weirdos and then they trying to do other shit with you. Nah, I don't got time. I don't want none of
Yeah,
that. I don't want none of that.
yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather be a thousandaire than a millionaire if I got to deal with that. Put it like that. If I'm a thousandaire and I'm comfortable, my family good, everybody good, I ain't got to worry about no. I'm financially like stable, financial freedom. I could travel. I don't got to worry about no bills. I'll take that over than being a millionaire. Got to worry about all types of shit. Niggas trying to rape you, devil shit, all other type of shit. Nah, I ain't got time for that.
Hey,
Paparazzi I ain't got time. But they trying to set you up and shit. Nah.
hey, Chopper vegan anyway, so he good. He don't even need no millions.
You already know.
His food bill super light.
I
His
don't need no
grocery
steak.
bill, yeah,
I
his
don't need no
grocery
steak.
bill ain't.
Just give him that Henny sponsorship.
That's all we
Yo,
need. That's all
yo,
we
bro.
need.
Yo,
Yo, Bump, real quick, what you said earlier about the money, right? How money is the like the major, even to these major labels, what's more, I ain't gonna say more important as the money, but just as important. The reason why they do something like that is the psychological warfare they playing with us while putting these artists out there and promoting them. It ain't just the money. They'll get these artists a little rich. These major labels will get crazy rich off the artists because when the artist pass away, their family ain't good for life after they sold all them records or did all them streams. That shit means nothing. But the more so is more important to them is that the shit is fucking up our community. Their white kids in the suburbs ain't listening to the shit. They don't got, I guarantee you, they little daughters ain't blasting Sexy Red, not in their house,
That's
nah,
right.
maybe on the
turn
low.
that shit off. Hell no.
Yeah, but they'll promote that shit to us because it's more a psychological thing why they want to do that too, because they know When Lauryn Hill was selling millions and becoming super popular and talking positive shit and had black girls looking at themselves different, feeling good about themselves, they was like, oh hell no, this ain't happening again. She changing the whole narrative. She got bitches not wanting to strip. She got chicks wanting to go to school. She got females wanting to stop calling themselves bitches. Nah, we can't do this.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
Yes, sir. What's in that can over there? That boy drinking, man. That boy.
Son, unhealthy shit right now. I'm not an energy dude, but I need it. I don't like these energy drinks, but
Damn.
He said, I gotta
5 hour energy. I'm going to the gym after
I ain't,
work, so as soon as I leave the
never seen him
plantation, I
in no
got.
can. I always seen him in like the little pocket rocket. That boy got a bazooka. God damn.
he got the
Ooh,
extra special.
that's
Yeah.
55-hour
That's
energy
not
right there, baby.
a can, that's a cannon. God damn.
Son, I hate
Yeah.
energy drinks, but I really needed it today. I hate energy drinks. Them shits are the
Yes,
worst.
sir.
But go
So
ahead.
look, I want to ask y'all about I just want to get everybody's thoughts. And first of all, appreciate y'all tapping in. As usual, tell a friend, bump Jonas for the commission. I got my brothers here. Chop it up. Back to the lab. I see Ray Sun in the building. He said Rhapsody album on the way. Yes,
Can't
indeed.
wait.
Uh,
Can't wait.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Welcome to Blunt Talk, y'all. We do this every 2 weeks. We get up here and we talk our shit about the culture, about hip hop, this thing of ours. So South by Southwest just passed.
Mm.
I'm just curious what y'all's thoughts was on it. Dang, you like right there in the same state.
Yeah.
So did it have any effect on you at all?
Well,
Um,
nah. You know, I've been to a South by Southwest a couple of times. I even performed back in, what was it, 2003?
okay,
2000,
okay.
yeah, 2003. Which is nothing. I mean, a lot of people can perform at South by Southwest. It's a lot of different things going on within those 3 days. So anybody can get on and do their thing. So I'm not knocking it, but I think it's a dope outlet, man, and everybody should take advantage of it, bro. It's a good opportunity to network. You can gain fans out there. You can build and come up with a nice little circle of people to collab with. So it's a lot of benefits to it, bro. I passed on it this year because I had my own things popping off. But I would really recommend anybody to do that. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get us on a panel for 2025. So y'all better get ready. You know what I'm saying? Try and get a panel, get a list of topics and everything, man. And we put on our own thing down there. Yes, and we gonna be commissioned up. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
we
So
good for it. You know we good
yeah,
for it. We got some shit to
yeah.
say.
So we putting that into a play right now, man, because that was one of my goals for 2024 was to get the commission on a panel for South by Southwest 2025. So yeah, me and Cher, we working on that. I just want y'all to get ready, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. I want to give both y'all dudes flowers too, real quick. First, I'm telling you, in the future, Dame is gonna give a course or a class on how to get shit done. He gonna get a blue. He gonna have a course like kids upcoming for real, like how to get shit done with still keeping your morals and without selling your soul and shit and dropping to your knees and bending over. He gonna show y'all how it's done. Know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, he's gonna have a course in the future. After it's all said and done, he's gonna do a course on that. And and on fucking Bump, the versatility in what he does from interviewing all types of people, know what I mean? And plus, like on Sunday when I be tapping in every now and then, where they be talking about like the spiritual shit, the energy
Oh
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and like that's not even my thing like that for real, but that shit makes you think. I just love how like it's still the way he goes about it, it makes you think. You know what I mean? Whether you follow it fully or you know what I mean? I just love the versatility, like what he brings to
Thank
social
you.
media. He's just not using social media for games just to be on here, just to be on here. Like I love it.
Trolling
It like
and starting arguments in the comments and shit. That
yeah,
ain't what he is.
not no troll shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like for real, like facts. Like it's good topics all around from hip hop to like real life to your mental to
yeah.
your spiritual well being to all that. I love it. I feel it. Like
I like
nobody's doing it like how we all connected, how we all doing it, and how we still do it like separately, but still nobody's doing it like that. Not that I see. Like from Ray Song to everybody to land the you gotta respect the
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Ray
Out there,
Lansky,
yeah,
yeah.
Ray
yeah,
Lance.
yeah. Everybody
Yep.
like Ray Lansky, like it's just dope how they doing it and how Dame doing it, and like we witnessing it in real time, like the build. We witnessing
Fact.
the brick by brick. We witnessing the building. We ain't at the top floor yet, but he right there in the middle. We saw the foundation,
Yeah.
and the shit keep building. He got the
Yeah.
elevators, he got the glass, he got the escalator. The shit just keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
man.
it.
When he get to the rooftop to the penthouse, that's when we all like, yeah, nigga, yeah,
Live.
nigga.
It's gonna be
Like
live,
like
man.
Kanye said, fuck everybody. That's what we gonna say. Fuck everybody.
Yes.
Fuck all
Cause I mean,
y'all.
cause I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it was a time where I was looking for certain outlets to vouch for me or or to back me or hire me or whatever you want to call it. Um, but then I started peeping some real shiesty stuff, man. Like, you know, content is like the new currency, man, almost. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I've been seeing this thing now, man, where people taking content, man, and they not giving people the credit. And I see the actual creators in the comments being like, yo, if you're gonna use my video, at least tag me, stuff like that. And so, man, so it's almost like content is like the new treasure chest, and people like yearn for new content on a daily basis, man. And so I was looking to go a certain route with certain outlets and everything, man. And I just came to the realization, bro, like I just need to just stick to doing it myself. I got a dope team. We don't need these big name people, man, because the big name people may be looking at us like competition, and what they really doing is sucking us in so they can take all our ideas and then just spit us out to the curb. You know what I'm saying? So it make
Dang.
yo,
On the real, I think them big name people on the low, I think they got little spies and shit. Honestly, you know why I say that? Because shit we be saying or shit we be doing sometimes, yo, I swear, we'll say something, do something on the platform that all of a sudden, I'm like, nah, this can't be just a coincidence. A big name platform to say the same thing. And the ill part about it, I love my people, but a lot of my people, yo, y'all fucking followers, man. Y'all zombies. When we say it, y'all just take it with a grain of salt. When the motherfucker say it on a big platform, y'all repost it. Yo, you heard what he said. Y'all repeating what he said. Now y'all feel the thoughts. It was the same thought we said. It might be two words switched a little bit, but we said the same thing but Joe Button said. We said the same thing Charlemagne said. We said the same thing any one of these motherfuckers said. But when we say it, y'all like, yeah, okay. Them niggas say it. Oh, they speaking the gospel
yeah,
truth.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
We
that's
said
right.
the same shit Kanye said. But when Kanye say it, it's the truth. Oh my God, you hear what he just said? He dropping jewels. What the
Yep.
fuck we dropping? But y'all don't want to give us our credit. That's our people though. That's our
Bro,
people. I love y'all.
we drop jewels every time we get on a live together, man. But I don't see no reels being made out of the shit that we done said. I don't never see it, bro. But then I see somebody else, and everybody want to post, and that's another thing. I have a habit of going left when I get on Blunt Talk, but
Blood out, baby.
see that's good, and I can't smoke right now, but. Uh, here's one thing I want to say real quick, man. All y'all people out there that like to reshare this content, man. Listen, man, we done seen that shit, man, 100 times, man. Like when something go down, everybody want to share it. Everybody like, fam, I saw it. I saw it. I already saw it on Big Boy's Instagram. I already saw it on Rock the Bells. Why do everybody feel like they need to post the same shit? That's why I was saying content is like the new gold, man. Like, bro, you don't think I've seen that shit 20 times already and I gotta scroll and see it across your page too? Like, come on, man. Man, post something else.
That's how
Like
you
we
end
need
up
to really
on mute and shit.
we need to get back to the point to where we actually posting shit from our creation. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not content sharers, we're content creators. We ain't creating no more. Like, what's the deal? What happened to the creation? All we doing now is just sharing. We just posting everybody else shit. No, come on, man. Get creative. Get creative. And I'm trying not to curse too much because it's fasting hours. But I gotta speak my mind. I gotta speak my mind though, man. I got to. Yeah. Like get back to creating, people. Anybody that's out there watching this right now. And look. I'm saying it right now, and it ain't shit. But later on, when you know, I don't know when Charleston White said, "Oh, it's gonna go viral," but I'm gonna say this right now again. If y'all might want to screen record me right now, 3, 2, 1. Start creating your own shit. We're tired of seeing you share shit that we done already seen 20 times in the last 5 minutes. When something happened, everybody shares it. When somebody dies, you don't think I've seen it already on this person's page? You don't think I've seen it on this person's page already that such and such died? Like, come on, fam. I don't want it to be all up and down my feed. RIP, 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 RIP. Like, damn, I saw it already.
Motherfuckers be trying to be the first one to say someone died, and
Yeah,
then they're
man. Like,
looking goofy, man. That's so
TMZ.
terrible.
Little TMZs out there, little TMZ clones.
so if you
Yo,
want
yo,
to,
Nancy was good. Salute.
if
Good, go ahead.
you want to find a way to, I mean, so the topic or the person of interest can still be there, but find another way to put your content out there. Find another way to express that. You don't have to share what Rock the Bells already posted. Make your own little thing that you want to do to RIP whoever. But don't give me the same thing that I just seen on this person's page. I'm seeing the same shit too much on my feed, man. And that's why I started unfollowing people. And, you know, I had to go back and follow them back because I felt bad and shit. I was like, man, they didn't do nothing to me, man. Let me go ahead and follow them back. Like, I got a real bad problem, man. Like, when I start getting
Yeah.
irritated with shit that I see, I start muting and blocking and unfollowing people because I
Yo,
know
Dan,
if
you
I
talk about when
don't,
people put it on a post, on a feed, or on their
on,
stories.
on all of them, because I get the muting post stories and reels. I don't want to see none of your shit no more.
I ain't gonna lie, they make me feel bad. Sometimes I repost shit on my stories because the shit don't
No,
stay. So
no, well, I tell you what, you're right. Now stories ain't that big of a
they
problem.
got me like, oh shit.
No. But you know what? I gotta go back. I gotta go back and fix that. Because stories ain't a problem. Stories ain't a problem because what happens with a story is you can have somebody go to a page that they probably don't follow just because they've seen it on your story. That's cool. But when you take that post and you make it a post of your own, I feel like you should find some kind of way to create your own thing to give that person his flowers or to say RIP to that person or to put a piece of information out there. Find your own way to put that out. But don't give me the exact same thing that I seen on 5 other Instagram pages, is what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with a story because the story is a promotion of that creator. So I can, you know, when you post a story, it's going to always say what page it comes from. So that's kind of like a promotion. But the minute you go screen record something from somebody else and then you go and you post it on your shit and it got your name at the top, it's not really your creation. And I don't
Right.
like
You
that.
just doing that for the views and the likes now. You just
Yeah,
doing it for the
yeah,
traction.
that's it. I don't like that. Now you can share somebody's shit to your story and say, hey, this was such and such posted. And if you don't follow them, then go ahead and give them a follow. But to go and snatch that whole thing and bring it over here and put it up as if I created the shit from my gallery, that don't sit well with me, man. And it might be petty, but that's just me, bro. I have a real issue right now with my mental health, man. And the way I avoid it is I just get motherfuckers off my feed. I don't want to have a confrontation with somebody. So I think the best way to do it with me is I'll just unfollow them or I'll just mute them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. I'm just trying to save my
Okay, I
sanity,
told you
bro.
I said, that's how niggas get muted quick with Dave, bro. He's just like, boop.
Yeah, I'm just trying to save my sanity, man. And I know I don't have the best ways of going about it, man. But for right now, that's the best way I can do it. Is just, all right, I don't want to see it no more. It's starting to get annoying. Nothing original. There's nothing original coming from this creator. You know, it's nothing. It's never nothing original. So I'm done with this person. But I'm gonna work on that for anybody out there. I'm gonna work on that,
Man,
man. Pray for me.
fuck him. Fuck him. I'll say it for you. I know you in the transition. I'll do it for you.
Yeah, it's Ramadan. You know, I'm trying my best over here, man.
I got you. I'll hold you down, fam. Don't trip. We
Already.
curse over here. We
That's
good.
bump right there. Bump my guy.
Now,
My
look,
God.
real quick though, I actually do have to retract a previous statement from a blunt talk. I had an argument of my own saying I call it the Miley Cyrus effect, and I was basically talking about her and Post Malone and that whole element of using hip hop as your launch pad to get into the game and then turning your back on it. Um, it was brought to my attention through intense discussion that Miley Cyrus is not the best example because she already had something going. The only real hip hop song she had was that "Born in the USA." The evidence made sense,
She
so
had
I'm
like
gonna retract
a
that.
song about Jordans or something like that too.
Right, that was the only one
Yeah.
that was really directly hip hop. Mike Will made it, and that was after Born in the USA. She was already doing her thing with Hannah Montana. She
She
made
was
her
already
mark.
popping.
Right. So you know what I mean? So the evidence was like, cool, I get it. So as the journalist, I'm gonna own up to my own integrity and like retract that statement. It's no longer the Miley Cyrus effect, but it will stay as the Post Malone effect
Yeah.
because that motherfucker 100%
Give me a
finessed
moment.
us.
Give me a moment, fellas. Give me a moment, y'all. I'm gonna have to tap back in. Peace and love.
Yes, sir. Handle business, handle business. Appreciate you. All right, so actually, this one actually is a good topic, bro. I want to hit you with, and I only got a few minutes anyway because I got to wrap this up soon. But um, Wakedemiks recently said LA is not the center of hip hop, and it hasn't been for a while. So there was a bit of an argument, whatever. I don't really care about that. What I do is, and we talked about this before, but I'm just curious. So one, who is the center of hip hop right now, and what is the criteria? Like what does it take to be the center of hip hop?
You talking about region wise?
Right. Like, are we ultimately chasing New York and the New York's golden era? Like, how does that? What up, Garden State on? How we doing, man? How you feeling? Like, what does it mean to be the center of hip hop, and how do you get called that? How do you earn that
Right
title?
now, right now, honestly, I don't feel no region is like the actual center of hip hop. At the time, yeah, New York had it, then the West Coast had it, then down south Atlanta, like basically had it really. Atlanta still kind of have it, but it's like to me, it's so universal right now because you got artists, whether you like them or not, popping in New York crazy. Like the Ice Spices, the whatever. They're huge. They're whatever. Then you got Glorilla. She's from wherever she's from. Then you got the
Memphis.
baby, yeah, little baby. Then you got 21 Savage from where you from,
Yep.
Atlanta. 21 Savage. So you got artists truthfully from all over. Like it's like to me, it's like no real actual region running it. And not for nothing, it's too much trolling going on. I be seeing it on these platforms where it's like these stupid certain questions get me mad. I don't even answer it no more. It's like they be trolling to be on some uh Atlanta versus New York or West Coast versus East Coast. So like the stupid ass questions, like do you like y'all? It be like y'all trolling, y'all trying to get it back to that energy. We passed that. Like we passed that. I don't give a fuck about the region shit. People that's stuck in the past and still complaining about that. Fuck is you complaining for everybody popping in different cities now? Like got major artists that's doing it, even out the country. So it's like it ain't really how it used to be where one market was really controlling it. Now, mainstream wise, you got artists from different regions. Underground wise, forget about it. It's definitely everywhere, different lanes, underground wise, that's popping.
So you know what? You make a good point when you mention foreign, international. Like we keep thinking of the center of hip hop or for me, I say KC the new Mecca, right? And that's my thing, right? But at the same time, though, if we try to say LA's not the center of hip hop and New York used to be and Atlanta has it now, but don't we have like hip hop in different like UK? Do they not get a chance to be the center of hip hop, or is it always going to be US bound? Or do we no
So
longer even do we even like is that an old thing to even go for anymore? Does it no longer even exist?
it's a whole thing. I mean, everybody rep your city. Of course, you're gonna be proud where you're from. You're gonna rep it. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. I'm gonna always rep New York. I always feel New York City is the greatest city in the world. That's how I feel. I mean, that's how I feel. I'm from New York. That's how a lot of people feel out the country. New York, they say if the terrorists destroy New York, the whole America is going to be stopped on pause. That's a fact. If they blow up New York today, guess what? America's going to be at a standstill. If they blow up, I ain't going to say another city because people from the city might get mad, but a little whatever town, America's not going to stop. It's going to be fucked up, but it ain't going to stop America. You
Not
blow
on
up
the
New York,
level
it's
of
going to
like
stop
New York.
America. That might stop the world. That's a fact.
Right.
But that's where I'm from. That New York is New York. But that's not saying. First of all, Academics is an idiot. One of the biggest artists we got right now is Kendrick. Where is he from? I don't give a fuck if they don't got a lot of artists. Kendrick is from West Coast, LA, Cali. He's still one of the most important artists right now of our time. And he's from Cali. So how can you even say that? And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just crazy. I don't get it. Academics and people like academics, they like to troll, they like to start shit, they like to stir the pot, they like to whatever like that. That shit is corny to me now because it's corny.
Because they're not saying nothing. Well, kind of to the earlier point, where they just say shit to go viral, to start an argument. But then what was the point of the argument? What were you trying to gain in any of this shit? You know what I mean? What's the message? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate you for bringing that up in the way you did before, because that, I mean, even to Dame's point of like getting the bullshit off the feed, it's not about just reposting something because, oh, that's fucking cool. It's about, does it have any educational value? I mean, sure, it's entertaining. You laugh at it, you get focused on it, you're looking at it, but what are you getting from it? If you don't get nothing, then it's fucking empty. And I'm hip hop, so for me, edutainment is important, right? Like I'm gonna enjoy it, but I have to have something from it. It's got to be some substance, and that's where I'm lost with like Joe Budden being. To me, he's like the perfect example of how you can transition from one aspect of hip hop to another one and be vital and important. And he's fucking wasted that whole opportunity for us. In my perspective. Like you talking to Kent, anyway, it's just you got the fucking voice and you're coming off like Wakedemiks and it don't make fucking sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Buttons be like sometimes I be like I feel that sometimes Buttons be having me look at him like, come on, Buttons, but you know what I mean? Like, but think about it, Bump. To the next person that brings up that whole region joint, be like, yo, what's the five most important or biggest artists right now? Think about it. Like that like the most important, like that'll really sell out arenas if they could, or if they were to go on tour. Think about it. Wayne down south, right? Uh Kendrick, we already talked about. That's Cali.
Yep.
Cole, that's basically down south, Carolina,
Right.
right? Nicki Minaj, like whether you like him or not, that's New York, right? Uh, whoever else you name, like it's different regions. Like if you want to talk about, so it's like you got the up north, you got the south, you got Midwest, or whatever you call it, you got West Coast. Like you got big artists from everywhere.
That's
Now, if you're talking about like
awesome.
the biggest artists as like as you talking numbers now, like what's the most popular artist where they from? Okay, but popular never set right with me because popular doesn't mean the artist is truthfully good. That doesn't equal good all the time just because the motherfucker's popular. So
Blueface, baby.
yeah,
All right, cool.
I mean,
Okay, so here's a topic I want to hit on real quick, man. And hey, I appreciate the hell out of you for tapping in with me, man. You always been a supportive dude. I love and while since you was giving flowers, I'm gonna throw it right back, bro. Um, first of all, your music is dope. The
thank you,
the the message
thank you,
behind your music and what you're doing is dope. And the thing I love is your album reviews, bro. Your reviews. Being an active artist and having that open integrity to work on somebody's stuff or to listen to someone's stuff and give honest feedback without being a hater, without being like, oh, that's competition or oh, that ain't New York. That's real. We need that. We gotta have that because otherwise me being a journalist and my integrity, you being an artist, that affects your integrity and it keeps the integrity of the whole thing going. So salute to you for doing that.
thank you,
Um,
thank you,
I
thank you.
wanna
Appreciate it.
I wanna ask about, and I don't even understand it. So maybe you can Pancho, what's up,
Pancho,
baby?
salute.
Um, French Montana, you reviewed his project recently came out. There was mention that he dropped. I may have the numbers off, but he dropped like 6 different versions and 126 songs. for one project. Is that so? Like my understanding was that it was done to like juke the numbers for the streams. Is that something you've heard before? Is that a new thing? What's that about?
I haven't heard that. That sounds crazy though. So you saying this latest album that he dropped is 5 other versions to it? Because I
Correct.
reviewed one.
There's like obviously your main version, final mix. There's a acapella. There's a instrumental. There's a radio edit version. There's
Oh,
a
oh, you talk about
um,
like that. So it's the same songs
yeah.
though.
It's all the same songs, but it's just
Oh,
like, let's say,
oh,
mixed different or has a different format, but they're all out there. So somehow the idea is that this just overloads the streams. I'm not sure I understand where this is effective.
I don't know. It might be a smart move for him to do that, or it might be something they just trying. That might actually be something smart on his end. I don't really get it, but that's kind of dope. That I mean, radio edited so you can play it for your kids in the car, and
Hmm.
you don't got to hear all the explicit bars and everything. And then acapella, I guess people could kind of take something and sample it, something you said without the beat in the back. It makes it easier. I don't know. That's kind of dope. If you have the time and the energy and the shit to do that, that's kind of dope.
Okay, so Garden State's own says sales, and he followed the Black Album format. So I wonder if this gets him into the synchronization lane as well for commercials, for shows, for other things too. So I wonder if this is so this goes back to kind of like when I was talking about on another blunt talk where sales were down 40%, but artists are finding other ways to monetize. So I'm wondering if that's the case, right? Like maybe they are setting themselves up for sync by doing these additional versions. I just
I
on
like the
one
way
hand,
Garden State said "Bad Boys Under the Weather." I like that. Bad Boys is under the weather. I like that.
Yeah,
salute, back to the lab is back.
yeah, man. A gentleman came in, man, talking about some stem cells and shit like that. You know,
Yo,
Rich,
tell them we
you into
talk.
working
Get some
out?
real talk. Fuck stem cells.
Oh,
Nah,
I was
I'm
finna
playing.
ask you because I was like, you know, you into working out, man. Maybe you can tell me about this stem cell shit. You know what I'm saying? But he said he gonna send me some videos.
Fuck out of here. We talking some hip hop shit, nigga.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Salute everybody tapping in, man.
Yeah.
Blunt talking this
Doubt.
motherfucker. Every 2 weeks, man, we get in here, we chop it up. Right now we're talking about French Montana dropped his latest album, and it had 6 different versions that were released. So 126 different songs, all the same songs, but they're in different formats. Um,
That's crazy.
I'm thinking Garden State's own is mentioning. I see Kansas Jason a building. Appreciate you tapping in. Um, I'm just thinking he's overloading the algorithm, the streaming algorithm, to make sure he's got something in place for everything. But isn't that also like, damn, who wants to hear that much?
I actually, like I said, if it like far as the radio edited, I kind of like that because the people that got kids, I like that. If it's like a radio edited version, I think all artists should do that. Even like I have a cousin right now. She back to her super being super spiritual and everything. So she'll be wanting to hear curses and stuff explicit. So she be always looking for the edited version. So
Yeah.
that's kind of dope. Now I mean I don't mind that. That's dope. But the other versions you said six is a lot. Like let's one of the things is like remixes, different beats. Because you said it's the same songs, but acapella, radio edited. Um,
There's like a sync version. I don't know, maybe an Afrobeat version. I have to go back and get the full listen, but it was
Yeah, because
version.
I'm like, how do you put out 6 different versions? You know,
that's what I'm trying to
I'm trying to
understand.
figure
Plus,
that out.
I guess for me, like from a logistics standpoint, who paid for that many different versions? Right, that's a lot for an artist to be like, yo, um I gotta mix this song or this project 6 different times. Like what?
And see, that's crazy because back in the days, bro, all you had was the clean version and the uncut version. That was it. What is boys
Now
trying
they
to
had the
do?
acapella. Some the maxi singles used to have the acapella
Yeah,
sometimes. The instrumental, the
Okay, an
acapella,
instrument. Okay, I
acapella.
got you. I got you. I got you. I see where we're going with this. So yeah, yeah. Now I see how it could possibly be 6 different. It could be a whole remix album with all different tracks. I don't know.
That was done before too,
It,
like back in the day, the
yeah,
remix album.
I don't think it was a remix like that. One of those. It may have been. I don't know. It was a wild
Live
situation.
live band maybe album.
I'm
I
acting
don't know.
like I don't got my laptop right here. Like I can't like I can't figure this shit out. What's going
So
on, man?
look, okay, but I do want to talk about um this is something I'm curious about. And you guys actually I think will be good help with this, especially being in Houston and New York.
Mm-hmm.
Um Rap Coalition, Wendy Day, dope individual
Absolutely.
in the hip hop
Day.
community. She has her podcast and she was talking about how the club scene in Atlanta is dead. And so I'm curious about the club scene in general. And are we still attached to it from a hip hop perspective? If you do a show, do you have to do a show in a club? If you're gonna go out and have a good time and listen to music, is it still happening at the club?
Hmm.
I know
I let Rich talk
the
about
club
that.
scene in New York, been dead. Like it ain't like it used to be. Like now you got like day parties, strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? It's still little clubs here and there, mostly bars and lounges. But back in the days, like these kids, they have no idea what New York was before with the club scene. Like every fucking night, Monday, Cheetahs. It's like 5 or 6 clubs you could go to on a Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Speed, LQs. It was clubs every night. I used to be a club head. Niggas had shoebox full of flyers, like the flyers they used to give out. I'm old school with it. Flyers, and then you go online, clubnights.com or whatever. Like every night in New York, we could just pick what borough. Like we're going to City tonight, we're going to Long Island, we're going to Queens. Like the club scene was crazy. That shit is not the same. That shit is not the same. Not saying we don't got clubs out here, but it ain't like it used to be at all in New York. So
So it ain't popping, like people ain't really out there, or it's just not as many
they
options.
outside. It's just not how it used to be like clubs, like big clubs, like to listen to music, maybe seeing people perform. Like I said, it's still some here and there, but it's mostly like, how can I say, events? Like they'll go to a spot, like a lab might have a stage, somebody might perform. It might, and then everybody got their phone out anyway. Niggas ain't dancing like they used to, or really hollering at the chicks and
I be
interacting. The shit
dancing.
is different.
I still dance.
I dance until my knees start hurting. I
Yeah,
dance.
yeah, for real, for real. Yeah, for
Hey,
real.
Chop, eat
Hey,
more kale, bro. Eat more kale. It help with the ligaments. I'm
damn.
playing, I'm playing. I don't know shit. I'd ask Chop. He could tell us, damn. Shit. Uh, no,
Yeah,
because so
well
like a
down
strip
here,
club still a thing.
down here, people you know, yeah, the club is still a thing, but it ain't the scene that we used to, like the dancing and the chilling with the girl. Now it's all about sections and just looking at everybody,
Sitting on the couch, looking at everybody
Yeah.
taking pictures, selfies,
Yeah.
going live, showing the sparkles, showing the champagne bucket. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We supposed to be partying and having fun. We used to leave the club. You think we just ran full court basketball, like sweating, like yo, we had a good ass time. Now you leave the club all dry and shit, like you know what I mean? Like yo, I'm not sweating. I ain't get it in on the dance floor. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Reggae
You leave
clubs,
the
all that
club
shit. Like we used to
dry.
go to wild reggae clubs out here in Brooklyn. Like that just don't. It ain't like it used to be.
That's fact. He said
He said it's a
the
lounge
club
now.
the club scene is a lounge now. That's it.
It's a
That's
lounge,
it.
lounge
That's
or
wild.
That's
bar.
it.
That's wild. Well, I mean, in some ways that's whack, but in some ways, like you know what, that's cool because that gives us an opportunity to relocate the hip hop elements. Like we don't have to just perform and hang out in a club no more. Maybe we can be outside. Maybe we can reinvent the block party or some shit. You know what I mean? Like we got an opportunity to do something different. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Um, all right, so ooh, this is the last one I got, and it's really just a shout out. But recently, Grandmaster Flash was on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
And I know in some ways he's a controversial figure because of how the Furious Five, the history and things go, whatever. But the other thing is he's very, very significant and influential because he's like the DJ. He's discovered the scratch, I believe, and passed it on, right? What I learned from this, one of the things he said that I thought was so dope and it really stuck with me. And I need every artist who considers himself an MC or representative in hip hop in any way, producer, doesn't fucking matter. I need you to hear me on this. He talks about the law of transition. He says it straight to the DJ, but this is something that we all need to fucking pay attention to. I'm gonna try and emulate exactly how he did it. He says when you're listening, when you're in the club and you got the motherfuckers dancing, their heads need to be bobbing like this. Doesn't matter if you're listening to in the club or 50 Cent, doesn't Eminem, Rock the Bells, doesn't matter. You need to always be bobbing like this. The moment you do like this, you fuck the transition up and you've lost the
Yeah.
fucking crowd.
Yeah.
To me, this is extremely. The wife and I, Thrax Pastry, we talk about this all the time. The transition is the moment you lose me in a transition, you've lost me forever. I'm not fucking with the song no more. It could be 2 minutes in on a 3 minute song. I will never get past that 2 minutes because you fucked the transition up. And I think that is something that a lot of artists, from a technical standpoint, have lost sight of. Oh, you rap. No, nigga, I construct the fucking song to flow. Y'all niggas is out here just spitting words and making them rhyme. And shout out to Rock Marciano. I'm glad that y'all can rap without no drums. Some of y'all motherfuckers need drums so that you can stay on fucking rhythm. Because
Tell them, bump.
y'all are
Tell
losing
them,
it.
bump.
It's not happening. I don't know. Y'all
Yeah.
niggas is not bunny ears. Let's
Yeah.
go. So
We need the
I, I,
drums.
I said that in the Red Man Freeze. I think it's rhyming with no drums be sounding boring. You know what I mean? That's a fact.
it,
I said, well, some of y'all niggas, like some of them are actually good with that, but a lot of niggas rhyming with no drums be sounding boring. I said that shit in the freestyle. That's a fact.
Yeah, bro.
it is born. It is born. And it's become a crutch. And on top of that, a lot of these cats are using what I consider the more poetic flow, the Kendrick Lamar flow. It's cool. Run over. You can do hella run on sentences and all that shit, non sequiturs and cool, whatever. But make the shit. Use your fucking pentameter. Use your goddamn metronome. Use the
Mhm.
fucking snare. Rhyme on the offbeat or the upbeat somehow, but it cannot be the standard that you just continue to be offbeat or you continue to ignore the fact that you somehow fit a rhyming word in there in the midst of a whole fucking sentence that you just told me.
Or you
Nigga, that's
just
not a
saying
rhyme.
words,
That's a
like you said,
goddamn monologue.
you just saying words. What album recently, Bump, that you could say kind of what you just were saying? Like, what album recently that comes to mind that was basically just words being said? We did a
Uh,
review on it.
Shit, probably that Wayne.
Nah.
uh,
Oh, nah,
uh,
that was just bad. That was last year.
no,
That shit was just horrible. Uh,
goddamn. Fuck.
Schoolboy
I
Q.
want-
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
Schoolboy
yeah,
Q
yeah.
album.
Blue
oh,
Lips.
yeah,
Blue
yeah, yeah,
Lips.
yeah, yeah. No, I was trying to think of another one, but
Actually,
that one is a
and
perfect
Chateau did
fucking
the
example.
review on that. It was just noise. It was just words, and it wasn't like how you said it's supposed to be. Like, I mean, like Schoolboy Q had me like you said, Bump. You just it loses you once they lose you. It's like it's a wrap. You can't get past it. I mean, I had to because it's part of the job, so I had to make it through that whole album. But it
Hmm.
was tougher than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And not saying because it was bad. I'm not saying it's horrible, but like how you said, just the sonics of it. Sonically, it's like I don't know. It's levels. It's hard to explain sometimes because people probably thinking like I'm saying it's a bad album. I'm not saying it's a hard. If that's the case, I would have gave it a 1, but I didn't. You know what I mean? But it's just like confusion. It's just I
It's
don't know.
offbeat. It's offbeat. The whole fucking situation is offbeat. And unfortunately, this is the one time that you'll ever hear me be like, I blame mumble rap. But I do, because that kind of shit, that switch up, that young thug flow, the Detroit flow, you don't you don't stay on beat, you stay on this constructed rhythm that is not always on the beat. And some the punch in flow, that shit is we're fucking up the transitions
Yeah.
and it's fucking up the sound. And because we keep accepting it, it's also fucking up the technique. So people are like, oh, you rap. No, I just know how to fucking pattern. It's okay. I know how to make this phrase and that phrase transition because I need the phrase in the middle to make it work. I don't just dump it on top of each other and be like, well, it's on beat. No, that doesn't work. Just because there's a beat to be on doesn't mean you're on it. And it doesn't mean, you know, if the fucking start of your stanza and the end rhyme is on the downbeat and then the next rhyme is on the upbeat, that works a few times. But if it's every fucking time, because you just told me about some chick that it doesn't make sense. Doesn't you niggas look unprofessional? You look unskilled, and you're unwanted.
Mm.
Stop it.
Damn.
Stop it. I'm officially sending the plate back. Stop it. Get on beat. Go listen to some country music. Go listen to some Whitney Houston. Go listen to some New Edition. Go listen to some bluegrass or something and figure out how they move between segments. Go
I
listen
thought you
to
was
some
finna
I,
Taylor
say.
Swift.
I thought he was finna say go listen to some Blueface. I was like, damn. You know how your mind be predicting what you think somebody finna say? As soon as you hear like 0.1 second of it, he
No,
said go listen to some blue, and my shit was like face, and then he was like bluegrass. But
that what it.
yeah, bro, like you do have to, and that's another thing too. I'm glad you said that, Bump, because when you look back at the you know the golden days of hip hop, bro, like some of the samples that we used all came from a lot of different genres. So it's important that we go back and kind of like reconnect with that shit, bro, because hip hop was a blend of all types of genres at one time, man. And now everybody just trying to keep hip hop, and they losing themselves in, like, you get lost in the sauce. So that's why I think we need to go back, man, and kind of reconnect with how the OGs did it back in the days, man. Go find them break beats, man. Go find them special parts of a song that you can loop, and let's take it back to the good old days, man. Like, you know, we losing ourselves out here trying to be so different and trying to be so original and dope that we losing ourselves, man.
It's not dope. It's not. It's not
Yeah,
the
it's
good
not
dope.
dope.
All right, y'all niggas
It's not
out here
dope
selling
at all.
soap, not dope.
Yeah, because
yo,
everybody
that,
want to be so different, man. Yeah, it's different, man. It's art, man. Man, that shit is whack, man. Stop it, bro. You need to go back to the roots of this shit. Go back to the roots, man. Learn about some George Clinton, man. Learn about, sampling, man. Go
and
back.
it's so easy for them to learn nowadays because, like the other day, me and Tall Genius was all right, it's a Tribe Called Quest song we're gonna actually flip for a future Freestyle Friday. Well, we already talked about it, but it's another one. But we went and when we because Genius pulled up, because you could pull this up for anybody, any song, anything, to see where all the samples come from, to see what Q-Tip did. Yo, Q-Tip is
But
a
who
mad
sampled it?
scientist. One of the songs we're gonna flip. This dude sampled 6 different songs, and made one song, one beat from 6 different pieces. So that means he's digging through the crates, took a little piece from here, looped it, took a little piece from here, and when I'll tell you the song offline, know what I mean? But yo,
Yeah.
it's like the song is a classic hip hop song. It's like a classic Tribe song. It's like, yo, he took 6 elements and he did not play. Genius was like, oh shit, he did not play one beat himself. It was all sample. He didn't like take a sample and kind of did the drums himself or played the instrument. He just combined all whatever and looped it the right way and made a fucking
Yeah.
masterpiece of a song, a classic.
That's
I'm
what's
like,
up,
now
man.
that's some wild shit. Even Genius was his mind was blown because he said most producers might take two, put it together, or it'd be maybe different samples, but from one song they took it. They just took this part of the song, the beginning, the end, and put it together. Nah, he took 6 different songs, different artists, and brought them all together. I don't know
Damn.
if he did this with others. Now I'm interested, but there's one song he did it with, and I'm like, that's fucking incredible, incredible. You know what I
And it
mean? Like,
all flows together. And
and it all flowed together. You
there's
would
not a
never know he
Q-tip
took 6 different
song where
samples.
you're like, oh, what happened? You know, there's not a Q-tip song like that. So look,
Son, that's incredible.
look, with that, man, I got to get us up out of here, man. I ran up a little bit over, but this shit was worth it.
Back.
It was a dope ass combo as usual. Salute to my commission brothers, man. It's been another blunt talk. I'm Bump Jonas. We got back to the lab in the motherfucker. We got Chop It Up Hip Hop, aka Rich Notch in the motherfucker. As usual, tell a friend to tell a friend. We up out of here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. The one thing I always like to tell y'all: love yourself like you try to love the world. Do something to earn your place in the world, and just be a dope motherfucker. Y'all have a good one. Peace.